In the quiet corners of our world, where shadows cling a little too long, there exists a cult unlike any other. They don't seek wealth or worldly influence in the ways we understand. They seek something far more intimate, far more precious. They are the devourers of echoes, and they hunger for your memories. This underground sect is built on a single, terrifying belief. True power doesn't come from strength or knowledge, but from the raw, unfiltered energy of human emotion. Specifically, they target our most cherished memories, those moments when our hearts burned brightest, when we felt pure joy, profound love, or unbreakable courage. These moments, they believe, are the currency of the soul. Their initiation is a chilling ceremony known as the Ritual of Emptiness. A new acolyte kneels before a simple, black obsidian basin filled with a liquid that mirrors the night sky. They are asked to choose a memory, a single, perfect moment that defines a part of who they are. Perhaps it's the memory of a first love, the pride of a hard-won victory, or the comforting embrace of a lost parent. As the initiate focuses, a strange transformation begins. The memory, a vibrant tapestry of sights, sounds, and feelings, is drawn from their mind. It rises from the dark water not as a thought, but as a tangible, shimmering silver vapor. The vapor twists and dances, a silent, ghostly reenactment of a moment that once meant everything. The other members of the cult, the circle of devourers, then lean in and inhale. They breathe in the echo. As the last wisp of silver is consumed, the basin's surface becomes still. The initiate blinks, a flicker of confusion in their eyes. They feel a void, a hollow space where something important used to be, but they can't recall what it was. The memory is gone, completely and irrevocably erased, as if it never happened. The person they were a moment ago is now subtly, but permanently altered. They have paid the price of admission, but what do they gain from this profound loss? In return for surrendering a piece of their past, the devourers receive the very essence of the consumed memory. When a soldier's memory of battlefield bravery is inhaled, the devourers feel a surge of unshakable courage. When a master negotiator's memory of a clever deception is taken, they inherit a sliver of that cunning. A king's memory of commanding a crowd bestows upon them an aura of authority. This is the secret to their power, a quiet, insidious theft of human experience. They don't build armies or amass fortunes. They simply absorb the strengths of others, one stolen memory at a time. A devourer who has consumed the memories of a dozen great artists can paint a masterpiece without ever having held a brush. One who has inhaled the final thoughts of brilliant scientists can grasp complex theories they never studied. They become walking collections of stolen talent, counterfeit geniuses powered by the lives of others. The cult's influence spreads like a slow, creeping rot. They are vultures of the human condition, drawn to places of intense emotion. You will find them haunting the edges of battlefields, not to tend to the wounded, but to steal the last heroic thoughts of dying soldiers. They walk the halls of prisons, not to offer solace, but to consume memories of freedom from those who will never know it again. They stand by sicks, waiting for a final, cherished memory to be ripe for the taking. The consequences are devastating and unseen. A war hero, once a symbol of hope, suddenly finds himself paralyzed by doubt, the memory of his defining act of bravery now a hollow blank. A charismatic leader, poised to inspire a nation, loses their fire, their most impassioned speeches now forgotten whispers in their own mind. Lovers wake up next to each other as strangers, the shared moments that built their bond plucked from their histories. Slowly, the world itself begins to thin. History becomes unreliable, not because it was rewritten, but because its key players were emptied of the very moments that drove them. The fabric of our collective story phrase as its brightest threads are stolen and consumed. At the heart of this shadow organization is the High Priest, a figure known only as Mailer. He is the ultimate expression of the cult's doctrine. Mailer's power is immense, almost godlike. Within him churn the echoes of thousands upon thousands of stolen lives. He holds the courage of 100 warriors, the wisdom of 1,000 scholars, the passion of countless lovers. He can shift his personality in an instant, drawing on the perfect memory for any situation, becoming a ruthless general, a compassionate saint, or a silver-tongued liar at will. But this power has come at an unspeakable cost. Maelor has no past of his own. Every memory he ever had, every moment that once defined him as an individual, has been sacrificed to the basin. His name, his family, his own face in the mirror, all are gone, replaced by the cacophony of other people's lives. He is a vessel, a hollow man filled to the brim with the stolen strength of others. Is he even Maelor anymore? Or is he just a collection, a library of ghosts wearing a human shell? His identity has been completely devoured by his power. The cult's own teachings contain a dark warning, a paradox at the core of their beliefs. They speak of an imbalance, a danger known as the fracturing. While consuming echoes grants power, absorbing too many too quickly can shatter the mind. The human psyche, they whisper, was not meant to be a container for so many disparate lives. A devourer might start to hear voices not of spirits, but of the people whose memories they've stolen. They might experience flashes of someone else's life, feeling a sudden, inexplicable grief for a child they never had, or a pang of nostalgia for a home they've never seen. Their own personality begins to erode, blurring at the edges as the echoes within fight for dominance. This is the tightrope they all walk. They must constantly seek new, potent memories to maintain their strength, yet each echo they consume brings them one step closer to madness. They become paranoid, unstable, haunted by the very lives they've destroyed. The power they craved becomes a prison, their minds a battlefield of conflicting identities. They sought to become more than human, but instead, they risk becoming nothing at all, just a shattered vessel of broken memories. The devourers of echoes believe they are ascending to a higher state of being, but in reality, they are orchestrating their own demise. They steal the brightest moments of humanity, leaving behind a world of hollowed out people and fading history. And in the end, they to become hollow, their own souls consumed by the echoes they so desperately coveted. They are a self-devouring serpent, and their hunger will eventually leave nothing but an empty, silent world. Thanks for watching. If you found this story intriguing, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more dives into the shadows. We'll see you next time.